Before you start your garage project, you'll want to see if there's a previous coating on the floor. If it's not obvious you have a previously coated surface, you can splash water on the concrete. If the water beads, your floor may be sealed. Typically, with a previously coated surface, you need to grind or sand the old coating off completely. However, Rust-Oleum offers a recoat primer and rock-solid garage floor coating kit to transform this worn-out epoxy floor. The first step is to get everything off the garage floor. Once the garage is emptied, you're ready to prep your space, so be sure to gather all of your materials ahead of time. Start with a good cleaning. Use a broom to sweep away any loose dirt, dust, and debris. Then, use a wire brush to remove any loose or peeling paint or stubborn stains that need a little more elbow grease. Once that's done, give the floor one more sweep. Now you're ready to clean with Rust-Oleum Cleaner and Degreaser. Rust-Oleum Cleaner and Degreaser can be used full strength for difficult stains or can be diluted 1:1 with water. That's 1 part cleaner and 1 part water. If you're not diluting the cleaner, you can pour the solution directly from the bottle to the floor. Pour the mixture on any remaining oil spots or heavy stains and let it soak in for about 20 minutes. Work in sections so the cleaner doesn't dry on the surface. Mist the floor with a hose to keep the surface damp while you're waiting. After the wait time is up, work the cleaner in with a stiff bristle broom. Then, rinse away the cleaner completely. Finally, grab that long handle squeegee and push all of the water out of the garage. You can also use a wet-dry vacuum to help get the water out. Now, you're ready to etch the floor. Etching is a chemical process that opens the pores of the surface and ensures maximum adhesion of the new coating. You'll need to do this to any areas of exposed concrete where the previous coating has peeled or flaked. Slowly pour the provided concrete etch from the kit into a large watering can and add 2 gallons of water. Sprinkle the damaged areas with the solution and scrub with a hard bristled brush. The etching solution may fizz for a few seconds while being scrubbed, and that's a normal part of this process. When the fizzing stops, rinse the solution off with clean water while scrubbing the areas you etched. You'll want to repeat the rinsing and scrubbing steps 3 times to make sure no solution remains on the surface. After etching, these spots should feel a little rough, like you've sanded them, and water should be able to absorb easily into the surface. You'll want to use a squeegee mop to remove any extra water. Then you need to let the floor dry completely for 24 hours. Apply rock-solid garage coating in gray with decorative chips. The rock-solid 2.5 car kit includes 2 burst pouches, decorative chips, 2 foam rollers, and the instructions. It also comes with a concrete etch used in step 1. Thoroughly mix both sides of the pouch by shaking it back and forth and kneading each side. Bursting the pouch is easy. Just place it on the ground and roll the side labeled Part A towards the side labeled Part B as though you're rolling a tube of toothpaste. You'll see the middle seal burst, which is what you want to have happen. Mix the pouch again, kneading the corners to evenly distribute the epoxy for 2 to 3 minutes. To apply, you'll use the foam roller that came in your kit and a brush. Using protective gloves, carefully open the pouch and pour it directly onto the floor in 2 to 3 inch wide ribbons about 4 feet long. Once the pouch has been mixed, you have 1 hour to use it if the temperature is between 40 to 75 degrees, so you may want to set a timer. Trim the edges, working in sections, and roll out the epoxy in a W or M pattern for even coverage. Continue this process as you work your way across the back of the garage, working in 4x4 foot sections. As you add more epoxy to the floor, use your roller to pull the material back first and overlap areas. This will help ensure you have even coverage. Carefully remix the coating in the pouch in between pores so you have even color distribution. Once you complete a section, toss the included decorative chips onto the wet coating. Depending on the size of your garage, work in 4x4 foot sections to ensure the paint is still wet when tossing the chips. Leave a 6 to 12 inch section of wet film without the chips. Don't worry, that area will get done when the next section of coating is added. Toss the chips into the air above your head so they fall evenly onto the surface. Continue these steps as you make your way from the back to the front of the garage. Don't coat or roll over joint lines, but rather use them as a way to create easy sections and roll up to them. Once you're finished, the coating will be ready for foot traffic in only 8 to 10 hours and vehicle traffic in just 1 day. So you can enjoy your beautifully transformed space in no time.